I wanted 87 because more of the 1987. Oh god, it's not. Oh, this entire rear of the seat is broken. This seat is like completely broken. I can't see out the tiny little mirrors. Ooh, that's a lot of wheel spin as well. So yeah, welcome along to Alternative F1, where I take cars that haven't raced on the track that we had the Grand Prix at and see how they behave. This is season 3. I did different tracks in the areas before. So yeah, this is now what would it look like if Formula 1 raced at Albert Park in 1984? 1984, I guess. So we are in yeah, I'm in a 1984 Tyrrell as driven by Martin Brundle. Sadly, he wasn't at the Grand Prix. But here's the car driven by Martin Brundle. And we're going to see some nice names. We're going to see Alain Prost and Niki Lauda and John Watson and a newcomer, Ayrton Senna, in a Tolman. So it's now just a case of like getting used to these 1984 cars. I originally wanted 1987 cars because that's when there was 2 red flags, and obviously the Grand Prix we just had multiple red flags. So at the most in history, and I wanted 87 because more of the 1987. My God! At least the Alfa Romeo there realised that you need to slow down. These 1980s cars are terrible. Well, not terrible. They're just really, really difficult because they are turbocharged, but they're not turbocharged like what we currently have. They're turbocharged in a way that you put your foot down. You have to be gentle to get your foot down, just to get the power down and not worry about the wheel spin, and then the turbo kicks in and it spins you out completely. Again, you can see what I'm doing with my feet down there. The white one is force feedback, red is brake, green is blue. Sorry, green is blue, green is throttle, blue is clutch. So if it's on screen, obviously when I'm looking that way it's not going to be on screen, but... So, I kind of see why Martin Brundle came already with, if this is how this car is behaving. I see why Martin Brundle scored no points in this season. I'm sure it was his first season, but I see why he didn't score that well. Jesus! That's not meant to happen. He's driving backwards. That Brabham's facing the wrong way. And yeah, that's not meant to happen. I can't really look behind me. So, into qualifying. And I've sort of got the hang of the car. And I've sort of got the hang of the car. I think I have a hang of the car. So it will rev all the way up to 13,000 RPM. Which is good because a lot of the time it sort of stops on the rev limit. Okay, fourth needs to be longer. I've got to play with the gears. Modern F1 cars, you don't play with the gears. And ideally, I always want to keep the car over 10,000 RPM. Because that is where the turbo is spinning. So I always want to keep it over 10,000 RPM. Because the turbo will keep spinning. And I won't get kicked by the turbo. Well, that turns in really tight, actually. That's good. I did lower the turbo. I could put the turbo back up. But I think as it is, I need to get a lap on the board. And then I'll start playing with the setup a bit more. I've still got 15 minutes. So let's do a lap of Albert Park in a 1984 Tyrrell as Martin Brundle. See, that fourth gear is far too short. Look, that McLaren should go. Oh, I did turn the turbo down, so yeah, I need to turn the turbo up. Obviously, so down to second. And into the wall. So I'm going to go. Hi, Michele Abaretto. I'm going to go back to the pits and play with the gears. Oh, look, the two Alpines, I mean, Lotuses. I mean, actually, one of them was a Renault, but okay, this handles much nicer. The gearing is much nicer. I don't know if he's next to me. I don't think he is. So let's see what we can properly do. Down a couple of gears. Careful of turbo lag. To deal with that turbo lag, you actually got to come off the throttle. It's annoying, but a necessary evil. Right, first gear. I can go faster into that corner. I just never, ever, even in modern machinery, do I have faith in that corner. Right. Up to higher gear. To fourth. Brake a little bit. Turn in. Just holding on to the grip. Again, I can turn the turbo up more. I was worried about it being really aggressive. Go down a couple of gears. This is going to be my actual first timed lap. As long as I don't mess up. Last couple of corners. This corner I've always hated. That worked out alright. Yellow flags for something. Don't spin with the turbo lag on the last corner. Okay, and come across the line to go 22nd of 23rd. So that's why there was a yellow flag. Go on, McLaren. There we go. So, can Martin Brundle do any better than the back row while having 100% turbo? I can get into that corner. Makes it a bit sluggish for the first part, but for the second bit, just needs to be careful with the turbo lag. Gets around that corner okay. Comes up the next one, dab of the brake, turn in. Still technically on the track. Up to 5th. Up to 6th gear, actually hitting the 6th gear. Wasn't doing that at the start, maybe because I was on 40% turbo. big wobble there from Martin Brundle. And he misses the corner. These machines really feel like, you really get a sense of, you just have, yeah, here's a V12 or a V8, whatever they were. There's a V8 with a massive sodding turbocharger on it. Just drive that around the track for a bit. You really feel that you are just a passenger in this. You're just taking a massive grey engine around with you. Really get a sense of that. I think this is a better run. I'm using the Alfa Romeo in front for... no, it's a Benetton, apologise. Is it a Benetton or is it a... Is it an Alfa Romeo? I think it's an Alfa Romeo. Yeah, there were no Bentons. Yeah, it was Alfa Romeo. So I'm using the Alfa Romeo. I'm 21st. I made up one place. Made up one place following the... I know it says Benetton on the side, but I think that was when they were like title sponsor. Like how Red Bull were in the an F1 in the early 90s. They didn't have a team. That was the Ocella's fault. Well, it wasn't the driver's fault. It was the fact he was driving an Ocella. Okay, so final attempt to get into the top 20, basically. Good enough to come out the pits, that's good to know. Down to third. Traction is good. Up to fifth. Down to second. Alright, careful when the turbo kicks in, going through the left-hander. Very nice. I did touch the brake there, probably didn't need to. Keep it in fourth, little brake, and then turn in. Right, now flat out. Flat out, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Very nice. Up to sixth. Realise that you've been gripping the wheel really, really hard. Down to fourth. Right up to here. Down to second. Second's probably a little slow, but it's fine. You can keep it in third. Down to first. Don't get hit by the turbo. And run to the line, and I'm going to go 19th. I did get into the top 20. See how quick the rev limiter went to 0 there? That was quite funny. Ah! So, welcome along to the 1984 Australian Grand Prix. Derek Warwick picks up what I think is his first ever pole position. And he's starting first ahead of the Brabham of Nelson Piquet. You've got Alain Prost in the McLaren, Lenny Arnoux and Michael Alberto in the... Michele Alboreto, sorry, not Michael. Michele Alboreto in the Ferraris, Mansell in the Lotus, Chedris in the Ligier, Lauda in the McLaren, Keke Rosberg in the Williams, Dio Fabi in the Brabham, Hisnot in the Ligier, and Senna in 12th in the Tolman, Jacques Lafitte in the Williams, Stefan Biloff Riccardo Patrese and Eddie Cheever are next to each other in the Alfa Romeos. I told you it was an Alfa Romeo and not a Benetton. They're sponsored by Benetton. Directly in front of us is Mark Sierra. Then we've got Elio De Angelis. We are Martin Brundle. We've got Thierry Boussin behind us. Gininezza, Chigetto, and Patrick Tambe right at the back. I am going to go for... Everyone seems to have got medium tyres, haven't they? Yeah, so I'm going to go medium tyres too, because it is a 15-lap race. I don't know how long something like the sauce will last. And I jumped the start. Shall we go again? I jumped the start. There was also a big crash, so let's see if it all works. Off we go. Bit of a slow getaway. Some of the cars are a little bit slow there, but we quickly catch up to the rest of the field. Oh, big crash at turn 1, as you would expect. We are going to take full advantage of this and weave our way through the traffic and come out P4 behind Niki Lauda. Now P5 behind the Ligier. I can't pay attention to where everyone is. I've got Ayrton Senna behind me. That's not scary in the slightest. Okay, so good start. A lot of people crashed. Can't turn 1 and 2 as you would expect. But we are now up to P6. That's the problem with shifting gear. If you're in the wrong gear, you get so much squirreling. If you're turning, you shift down, you get a lot. And if you shift up while trying to put your foot down, you lose a lot as well. So it's very easy to get it wrong. These curbs are also very brutal, particularly with this style of car. I lost so much time. I have the Brabham right behind me. My caution. Trying to be cautious. Thankfully quite quick through here. Whoa! That was a lot of oversteer. I only just made that corner. Now I'm going to have the Tolman of newcomer Ayrton Senna all over my gearbox. I do indeed. There he is. I have Ayrton Senna right behind me. Again, at this point in the season, they were seeing he was good, but like he hadn't almost won the Monaco Grand Prix at this point. So it's like having Oscar Piastri behind you. Like, we know he's extremely talented, but also it's Martin Brundle. You know, he's experienced racing Senna in Formula 3. Knows Senna will not give him any room. So De Cesaris and Lauda and the others, they've checked out. They're like 13 seconds down the road. They've checked out. This is a race of best of the rest. This is better than Brundle ever did in this car. And the fact I'm sort of able to hold a bit of a gap to Senna as well of about a second. That's decent. I don't know who this is. Oh, Patrick Tambay in the Renault. Where's that Alpine? I'm in Renault. Oh, that was a mistake. I decided to clutch kick it and try and get the turbo going. There was a bit of a train. They're all sort of Tambay, Senna, whoever Hess is, Tracy. Yellow flag. Ooh! There's a lot of the Williams and Ferraris. I don't know. Either way, I'm pulling away. I think it'll update. If it was them crashed out, they're not on track, so it will update at the start-finish line. And either way, I've made that mistake, but I've started to, well, they're still about a second behind, and I think they're mainly getting slowed down by Senna having a fight with Tambay. There was like 3 of them, so if anything, I'm going to jump up to 3rd, potentially. No, I'm still. Oh, is that a Renault on the inside? Jesus, he's close. No, we're letting Senna through. Jeez, I got a bit scared there, just being in amongst them all. But oh look, we definitely got the straight line speed on Senna. Ah! But dirty air. Dirty air from underneath that Tolman. That very loud Tolman. Can we go around the outside? Sergio Perez liked it. Oh no, I slightly tapped Senna. See, these cars are so sensitive. That was just the lightest of touches. And Senna was round. Ooh, more yellow flags. Who's that in the gravel? It's Senna. In fairness, when I hit Senna, he went to the right. And that's on the left hand side, so he did that himself. I mean, yeah, I spun him round, but he was the one who put himself in the gravel. Got a long way out from that Brabham, which is good. Just in case to try and chase that Renault, but I don't think I'm going to do it. You saw nothing. Although what you will see is 12 seconds back from Patrick Tambay, so. Hey, Senna. There's another car out. We're not getting any places, they're further back. But 2 cars of the same team. I quite like that the cars are just sat there on the side, because that's what used to happen in the 80s. Car got stuck in the gravel or broke down, yeah, just leave it on the side of the track. It's fine there, no one's going to hit it. No one's going to hit it, you're off the racing line. So my advantage for there is I slow all the way down to 1st, but the Brabham is slowing all the way, is braking a lot later, but that means his acceleration is a lot slower. Uh-oh. With 2 laps to go, that Brabham has been passed by a black and gold Lotus driven by Nigel Mansell. Oh God! Dave staring in my mirrors at big names that I'm actually quite scared of. That's Senna there for ages, now it's Mansell. Ah, went wide. Come on, Brundle, hold it, that's it. That's like one corner I've got a big weakness at, I think. Ah, messed that up. I can shift down to 4th. I'm just constantly looking in my mirrors, staring at that John Player Special Lotus. Oh my God, he's got so much more speed. It's like the Red Bulls of today, he's just so much faster in a straight line. I think he tried to go down the inside of me there, that didn't work. Ayrton Senna is finally out of this race. There, so Mansell tried to dive bomb on me. Didn't quite work because he then had to wait for his turbo to pick up. Right, last lap. Can I keep Nigel Mansell behind me? He's on the inside, this isn't good. Oh!
Look at that! How that and
Mansell gives me a right old shove. I don't know where he is. Yellow flag's flashing.
You can see what's happened. Mansell is out of the race.
We've got to keep the Brabham behind as well. Mansell's fallen down. That cost Mansell. I was there, always there. I was around the outside. He closed the door on me. That was entirely Mansell's fault. We've managed to keep the Brabham behind us this entire race. I feel sad. It's been playing on my mind. HES, I don't know the driver's name. Fireworks going off. Means Michele Alboreto in the Ferrari has won. Are you trying to cut the corners? I'm pretty sure he was trying to cut the corners. I did see a Lotus do that to me during practice. Last couple of corners. Can I keep that Brabham behind? Double first. Alboreto first. Niki Lauda second. Cesarus. Martin Brundle comes home 7th. I think just outside the points. Here's not. Oh, it wasn't even a Brabham, it was a Ligier. Okay. Oh, Rosberg in the Williams. Okay, I missed that. I thought he said... I thought Lauda was second. Oh, maybe I missaw that. Michele Alboreto was first. Keke Rosberg second. Lauda third. Derek Warwick was fourth. De Cesaris, Tambay, and us. It was the Ligier of Francois Hesnault. And then, yeah, Petrelli and Shiva behind. I'm sorry to Mansell, but he did close the door on me. He finished 11th. And then other ones, yeah, good fight with Senna, and he was down in 16th. And a lot of them, Nelson Piquet didn't even finish the first lap. That was fun. That was really fun doing it. I'm just on my phone because I just want to see. Driver is rewarded 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we came down to 6th. So I wouldn't have scored a point finishing in 7th. That's a shame. But yeah, what great fun. They're really difficult to handle, those 1980s cars. Like most of the cars throughout the 1980s are really difficult to handle. Particularly sort of the earlier stuff like this, the mid-80s, early 80s. So difficult just because they got such big turbochargers on them. But that was good fun. That was really, really good fun. And, you know, somewhat as chaotic and almost as many DNFs as the real Grand Prix. So that's fun. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. And, yeah, we've got a while now. It's like 4 weeks now until the next Grand Prix in Azerbaijan. So we've got a long old wait. I'll try and do a couple of videos in the meantime. I stream on Tuesdays with CSGB, and I might be looking at streaming something else in the meantime in a couple of weeks' time. Something not racing related, but have to see when that comes to it. But see you guys soon. Bye bye.